Hi, today I am going to give you a tour of my farm. I have a farm. It's more of a forest farm. I live in a very rural area in Panama, and so it's not your typical farm. But I am going to start with certain areas, and I broke my farm up into 5 zones, and I'm going to share those zones with you. If you're new to my channel, I'm Natasha. I live in Panama. I work to be self-sufficient, grow my own food, and live off the land. And today I'm going to show you how I do that. um, the main thing I like to share is that everybody's goal is different. And my goal was to be able to live self-sufficiently with the most biodiversity and diverse amount of fruits and vegetables that I can grow on my own. And that was the goal of mine 5 years ago. So when I moved here in 2018, I just wanted to start growing things. I'm not a country girl. I'm from the city in the US, and I just had a calling for something to do more with nature. So, Zone 1. Zone 1 is an area that is very close to my house. And I'll show you that. My house is right here. And this is somewhat of the view of kind of give you an idea of how rural I am. So there's not a whole lot of streets, not a lot of houses, but lots of pasture, lots of cows, and lots of animals, which I love. So in zone 1 is the area where things that I want to grow that are close to the kitchen. It's mainly for like my herbs, my spices, lots of lettuce. We eat lots of lettuce and greens. Anything that can grow close to the house that we can prepare for cooking, as well as in an area that is not full sun. So even though I'm in Panama, I live in the mountains. It's not as hot and humid, and I have some shade because I have a lot of forest. So I'm going to show you here. I have 8 different hugelkultur beds, and the hugelkultur beds are the beds that I made in order to keep the soil very rich. It helps with water retention. The soil gets better and better each year because in building them, I had to dig down deep and put in all types of things like leaves and um, um, old wood blocks. We use cow manure, and then we just layered it. And over the years, the soil just gets richer and richer as things grow. But I have 8 of these hugelkultur beds. Now, I do need to replace the wood around them as things erode. So that's something we'll be working on. But in this bed here, I have some arándanos, which are like a berry. I don't have any blooming right now. They bloomed a couple of months back. This is cassava. This is, you might know it as yucca. It grows below. It's a great staple to have for calories. And let's see, over here I have my peppers, my yellow peppers, orange and yellow peppers. This side over here I have some lemongrass, which I need to tame it a little bit. I have some more arándanos. And this here is a toy. A toy is also another staple that a lot of countries use for good calorie take. It's like a potato, a thick potato, and I love the leaves. They're quite pretty. So that's a toy. Here I have some lettuce. and some more berries. And I was kind of show you some of the berries, but I don't see one here. Over here I have just a little area that I just made to sit and possibly just sit and meditate, look at the view, and just enjoy what nature has brought me. So I sit here and sometimes, and what I want to do here is I want the vines to grow all the way around. So that's the next goal there. Sometimes it just takes a little longer, and you know, in working with a farm, and again, back to the goal, not just the biodiversity that I wanted to work with, but the fact that I wanted to use everything on the land. And that's why I focus on more permaculture practices and things working together. So I grow things here, not just for myself and my family, but for my animals, for other habitat to enjoy, because we all work together, and that's what I wanted. So some things that I'm growing here could be for my sheep or my chickens, but they might benefit both of us as well. This bed here is, we're going to start adding some more here. I just have a little bit of spinach and cilantro here. My beans are gone. I had some beans here, so we'll be growing some more later. And some cabbage. I had some Chinese cabbage, but it went to seed. Behind here is this is a tree, a little bush called monstrato, and it's a well-known tea here in Panama. It's very flavorful, very flavorful. It's like a minty taste with a spike. So they call it monstrato. So the one thing I love about here is all the different types of leaves that we can make tea out of. And they have so many different flavors. Here I have some beans. We're going to be harvesting these beans soon. And so let's see, that's 4 of my hugelkultur beds. This one here, I just started some kale and some cabbage, some curly kale, and some red kale. So we'll see how that turns out. And some spinach is here. So give this a couple of months, and we should be able to harvest some. I actually like the babies, so it shouldn't take months. It will take weeks. This bed here has my red peppers. Ooh, little butterfly, how pretty. This here has a lot of peppers. They're green. I did a video on my red peppers. Love the peppers. And here I had a lot of ginger, but I have to dig down further, a little deeper, because see, there's one. Because I believe there's some more under here. But we pulled them up. I'm just gonna take this and look a little bit deeper. I have some mint over here, cilantro. This is a Madeira vine. This vine here is can be considered invasive in a lot of countries, but it's edible. So it is something I eat, just like spinach. I saute it, and it's a little bit heavier than a spinach, shinier. I saute it, olive oil, some garlic, salt and pepper. Very good. But I love how it grows. I love the viney look. Let's see. I have a papaya tree growing in the middle here. Now, I didn't mean to plant it. It just was in the soil, and it looks like we're getting some papaya. Some more spinach is growing here. Now this one we're gonna have to clean up. I have a lot of gotukula here, which is a wonderful spice, and it is it's really good for your circulation, your blood circulation, and it's also good for brain health. People with Alzheimer's, dementia. I do put it in my mom's omelet. She has dementia. My mom's omelets every morning, along with spinach and some other greens, and so it's really good for brain concentration, and it also kind of clears the mind. And there's been research shown, but again, it's from nature, so I like things from nature. um, so it just really depends on what you're looking for. But I like to grow things that, have been studied, that could help, and using my own soil, and, not having type of, any type of, um, pesticides, and putting things on my plants, which I don't, is better, because my soil is better, and I don't spray them with anything but like maybe a garlic or a neem. I have some more arondanos here, and above there is a moringa tree. The miracle tree, that's the one where you want to put in any type of smoothie or soup or green salad. Tons and tons of health benefits there. And let's see. This here is an interesting plant. This is, we call it a mile a minute. It grows. It's a vine. Grows quite quickly. It's a weed, but in traditional Chinese medicine, it's actually been used for anti-inflammatory and a diuretic. So, again, if it's edible, I'll try it. So, let's see what else I have. Here is kind of like a stevia. It's not really stevia, but it's like a mint leaf. I don't know if it's a spearmint, but again, use it for tea. Okay, kitty. My kitty cat. All right. Then over here, I have some sweet basil, and love sweet basil. It's more exotic than just regular basil, because it has a hint of mint, and like a little bit, tastes a little bit like a licorice, which is really cool. So I love the sweet basil. Let's see what else we have. Here I have some cinnamon. I have to wait a while for that, but that is a cinnamon. Some more berry trees. Look, another papaya tree growing. This will just grow right on up. Then over here I have some pineapples. I see a pineapple coming here. I have a lot of pineapples also in my my greenhouse, and I'll show you that as well. There's another papaya tree. And here I do have a few trees. I have a guanabana tree, which is soursop, and a lemon tree. And there's another papaya tree way up here. So this is part of my zone 1. My zone 1, just as I said, includes everything around my house. I do have an area where I have smaller mint, like I grow some romero, some oregano, other types of basil on the other side of the patio. And then on this side, I still consider it zone 1, but it leads up to zone 5, which is more my forested area. And this is the area where it is all forest. There's a small waterfall. There's I do have a stream down there, and we'll get to that next. Oh, and this here is my flowering cactus, which I did a video on. But this, you can see, the cactus is growing. I don't have as much fruit, but that's the flowering cactus. Yeah. All right. So now we're going to head down through finish through zone 1. This is still considered zone 1, anything around where my house is. And I use these parameters because in permaculture, it's good to have areas, just for organization and areas so you know what should be close, what shouldn't, because again, you're using a lot of the same things, especially if you need something. So now we'll go on over down here a little bit closer to the zone 2. And I consider zone 2 the second closest area. I'm going to zone 2. So this is still zone 1, and this is where I can keep a lot of my flowers and my floral beds, which have been really nice growing here. Yep. These are zinnias. I've got some lilies. I have to clean this out, but I'm glad the flowers are blooming. And then what we'll do is I also for planning like what to do for my help. It's easier to break it up into different zones as well. So that's why I have the different 5 different zones. So zone 2 is going to be where I have my greenhouse. I have a casita where my worker stays, and where I have my pen where all my animals are, including my chickens, sheep and chickens. And it's not far from the house, so it is an area that we use to collect food and things that we need for making food, for making different dishes. This is a mango tree here. It's huge. Now, this mango tree has produced, but not a lot for the size. And I'm wondering if it's because it needs to be a little bit more open. Anybody know? Leave in the comment if they know how to prune a mango tree and what I might do here, because it's a beautiful tree, but it rarely fruits. So let's see. This is the little casita we're gonna pass here, and this is where my worker stays. So this is the beginning of zone 2. Now zone 2 is going to be a lot of fruit trees, where my greenhouse is, a lot of avocado trees, where my sheep stay, and lots and lots more sun. This area, I'm going to take you down to the greenhouse and let you see what I'm growing here. This is where I come every day for my greens, mainly. And oh, look, that's another thing about the living here, the biodiversity and the colors of things. I mean, just to see, you don't just see like a lizard or a animal that's like just one color. Like they're all like either blues and greens and reds. It's just beautiful. Not just the birds, just all types of animals. So in here I have another big toy. Keep a lot of my greens here, whether it's Swiss chard or mustard greens. I have some arugula growing here. We have some starts coming. So here in zone 2 is where I keep my animals and most of my fruit trees, my bigger trees that have food, and my greenhouse. And so it's still close to the house. This is the pen that I keep my sheep in. And if you've seen other of my videos, I'm sure you see me in here because I love visiting my sheep. Right now they're at pasture, so we'll be cleaning this out and making sure they have water and hay and to sleep on. I use hay for their sleep. But you can see over here, this is where I want to enlarge it because I've grown my flock. So we're going to put an addition here soon. And then this is here where we put all the manure. When we clean the floor here, we put it over here and we turn it, and it turns into my fertilizer for my plants. So that's what we do here. I do not buy fertilizer. I do not. I try not to buy as little as possible. I try to use everything that I can on the farm if I can. And the one thing is, because of where I am, the rich organic soil, being near a volcano and being, you know, in the mountains, it's just really dark and rich. So you don't need a whole lot of fertilizer. But the sheep manure and the chicken is perfect because, you know, their manure is great. I mean, they eat all the grass. I'm going to quickly show you, up here is zone 5 over here. And we're in zone 2. I call this zone 5 because it's the largest. It's the most forested. But you see up there, I've got some cows. There are cows up there grazing. So we're going a little bit further through zone 2. And here, again, more fruit trees, like my avocado tree right here. Always looking for avocados. We had a few, not a lot, but I do have about 8 avocado trees on the property. And then here I go again with the hills and no flat land. I just got to be really careful where I walk and how. So again, more trees, more orange trees. This is that cherimoya tree that I talk about, which is a really interesting fruit if you don't know it. I'll link my video below, but that's the cherimoya. Hola, ¿quién es? Let's see who's calling me here. Israel? Oh, hola, ¿cómo está? Sí. So I have sheep and animals, chicken. I don't have cows, but I rent out my land to somebody who does. So I just heard him. And oh, there you are. Hola. So he comes around once in a while and checks on his cows. ¿Cómo está? Bien? I heard them up here. I'm videoing. You gotta remind me video. I video a lot. Ah. ¿Eso están bien? ¿Así?
Yo creía usted no casa. Hola tía. Yo un mensaje.
¿Sí? ¿Cuándo? ¿Hoy? Ah, ok.
Hace poco. 20 minutos.
Oh, 20 minutos. Oh, sí, yo estoy aquí en la finca. ¿Cómo está? Sí, sí. So, ellos, a mí, ver muchas aquí y allá. So.
Pero ya comida, no. Ok, tía. Se equivocó.
Oh, no.
Oh, ya.
¿No le gusta o?
No, finish.
Ah, finish.
Lo comer. Otro,
Ah,
otro eso no come. Esto no come.
no comen.
No come, solo hierba.
They eat the hierba.
Ajá.
But there's more hierba.
Yo fui todo comido.
Comido.
Ujú.
Oh, wow.
Yo fui allá abajo, lejos.
Sí.
Por acá.
Ah.
Todo comido.
¿Cómo estás? Bien, bien, gracias.
Ah,
Okay.
yo que una pregunta.
Sí.
¿Para allá pueden ir el otro mes? ¿Para allá?
¿Dónde?
Aquí, ese tuyo aquí.
You mean
¿Hay hierba bastante?
over there?
Sí.
We might be able, quizás está, pero no sé cuando mi ovejas. ¿Ovejas?
No creo. No le hace daño. Pienso. Allá hay bastante comida.
Ah, sí.
Acá,
Okay.
Tal vez un mes.
Está bien aquí.
Es decir, tal vez.
Uh-huh.
No más.
No más.
Sí,
Okay.
porque no, nada.
Okay. So they're saying that the cows ate all here and for the month, and they want to rotate them. So I'm letting them know that there might be another area. Okay. Vamos a ver.
Vamos a ver.
Sí.
Okay.
Okay. So aquí para un mes. Okay.
Falta 15 días.
Okay, falta 15 días. Sí, sí.
17.
Sí. Okay.
A 17.
Okay.
15 días más.
All right.
Poco comida, pero bueno, un mes.
Un mes. Okay.
He hecho sal.
Sal.
Ahí.
Ellos tienen.
Comiendo sal.
Ah. Oh, that's why they're there. Okay. Oh. So he's saying that they brought them some salt. Oh, hola. Hola. Qué bonita. Hola. In about a month here, and then they'll rotate them. So he's asking me if he can rotate them on another part of my farm. But I'll have to consider because I have my sheep and I rotate them as well. So we'll see. So I just finished talking with the guys that I rent my land to for his cows, and he wants to move his cows to another part of my property. So I'll have to think about that because I use other areas for my sheep, and I really like their waste on my land because it's a good fertilizer. Now I know cows are as well, but I'm not sure if I want to mix them in a certain area. I have the cows right now in zone 5, which is the more forested area, and it's much larger. And I have my sheep in zone 3 and 4, and I'll be showing you those now. So we're still in zone 2. So I consider zone 2 everything from the casita on down where you see the driveway and all my orange trees and lemon trees. This area here as well, I am planning to build something here. I would like to build like an outdoor kitchen area here. And then here is my chicken coop. The chicken coop is where we come and get our eggs and soon to be meat. So I have some meat chickens almost ready. So this is chicken area. I have different types, meat chickens, egg chickens, Pomodoro. Let's see. And I have the japoneses up here. They stay alone because all the other chickens beat them up. I mean, they just like get at their fur and everything. So I've got some baby chicks, and but these are the japonesas, and there's a couple of eggs here. And I keep my meat chickens down here at night. They eat, and then I keep my eggs chickens in here, and they can sit here, and they stay out all day, both of them, where I really want to add an area where they can basically just get greens and not just have to bring the greens here. So if we do like a chop and drop, we will, cut some greens from trees and then we'll put them here, whether it's like the moringa or the or banana plants or whatever plants, we'll just chop and drop, as well as everything that we compost. We'll put it here for them to eat. But I would like another area where they can just go out and pick. Not necessarily near my greenhouse, but that's another plan that we're working on. So, all right. So the top of the hill here where the porton is actually the end. And again, that's what I consider zone 2. So I will share zone 3, 4, and 5 with you next. And again, if you're new to my channel, I'm Natasha. I live in Panama. My channel is Panama Live Good on a Farm, where I work to be self-sufficient, grow my own food, and live off the land. And today I'm giving you a tour of the 5 zone areas that I've broken up to show you what I do on each one and why I have it. And being more into permaculture, I've always trying to figure out ways to use things more than once in different ways. So, yeah. So I'm going to walk back down and then I'll take you on zone 3 next. I'm still in zone 2 and I just left the little chicken coop here. And I just wanted to continue on zone 2 because it's probably the second largest part of my farm. And again, this is the place where I have most of my fruit trees and my greenhouse. So this area here is nice and shaded as well. This is a huge, it's called a marignon tree, which is cashew apple. And it's a little bit different from the cashew apple that I've seen in other Central American countries. For some reason, I don't get the cashew. I just get the red part. When there's fruit, this tree is full of fruit. And it's such a big tree. This tree is wonderful for the environment. It provides so much for food and shelter for birds and insects, and it helps with the air quality. So I'm really fortunate to have such a huge, large tree on the farm in zone 2. Back here, this area leads to zone 4. There's a little path back there, and here I have some more teak trees and some coffee beans. I'm not producing a lot of coffee, but I do grow it. There's some banana trees back there. Oh, I see some red bananas. Nice. So high up on the tree there. I'm not sure if it could be red or mature, but they're high up on the tree there. But these banana trees are huge, those leaves. Yeah, so the entrance to zone 4 is through there. And this butts up to zone 3, where the sheep are right now. And I hear the bells. This area we were considering to put the beehives because there's quite a few flowering trees. But we did put it a little bit further away from the house. Hola! Where's your baby? Huh? Where's your baby? I see your follower. Huh? This little Casaden sheep here, And this is a little Dorper mix, and they follow each other. They're always together. So, following down zone 2, let's see, just some more coffee trees. I have some mangosteen, some small mangosteen here, and some larger ones down here. And again, not sure what this bush is, but I will find out. Up here is where I want to build a little outdoor kitchen that, we can sit in the shaded area. So that's a plan for 2024. Lots of bamboo trees here. Some palm trees. You can hear my chickens. Bamboo. Just move some of this. Some mangosteen. Beautiful leaves. Gorgeous fruit. Purple. Lots of antioxidants. I did a video on the mangosteen. I get them sometimes mixed up with pomegranate, but I've got a few of them. So right here, I was really trying to build a trellis to grow something, and for some reason it's more rocky than organic soil. So we either have to bring the soil in here and try again. But I did have, I was growing some vines. I tried to do grape and another vegetable here. Now we're back over here to my orange trees. So I got some mandarin and orange trees. That is a bodega. This is our little warehouse that we keep our stuff in. And this is the cherimoya tree. I've talked about the cherimoya, which is one of the best fruits known to man. And I've got a few that are ready to, see the yellow? They're ready. Oh, they're so good. So I need to get something so they can drop. Got some more mangosteen. There's a guanabana tree here. I use the leaves for tea. I have a couple of small moringa trees. We've got them fenced because we don't want the sheep eating the leaves until it grows much more. This is a little lemon persa. Nothing on it, but I've seen it produce. And then back to my greenhouse. Over here is avocado tree, and I have a row of mango trees. And then the sheep again. So I'm going to take you into the greenhouse and show you what I'm growing there. Right, so I'm still in zone 2. I just finished with the fruit trees, and now I'm going to enter my vivero, which is my little greenhouse. The greenhouse is something that we built from what we have on the farm. So I did use a lot of bamboo for the roof and just plastic cover. And a lot of the wood is all from the farm. So I just ended up just buying the wire so the sheep can't get in to fence it around. So here I have mainly greens. I do arugula. I like to have my lettuce and it's not as much right now. My sheep got in here a couple weeks ago and they ate everything. So I am growing things slowly back. So here again, more arugula. I've got some Swiss chard here and some other mixed greens. That's in a toy. In my hugelkultur beds, I have quite a few of those. This is just regular lettuce. There's some beets in here. I'm going to put my cucumbers here so they can grow on the vine. Some more beets and greens. Mustard greens. Swiss chard. And then there's some kale. There's some kale here. I do see I've got some potatoes growing here. And I know my helper planted in pots some other fruit trees. So I guess he's going to transplant those. In the corner there is turmeric. Over here I have more cabbage and kale. And some basil. I have sweet basil and regular basil. The sweet basil is so nice. My celery was eaten by the sheep, but it's growing back, and I will be planting some more here. I do a lot of juicing with celery. And I've got some onions, and over there some pineapples, tomatoes down on the end, and some peppers. Oh, there's some mung beans as well. My goal is to have a diverse amount of food. I like a diversity of everything. So it's important for me to, have a plan with transplanting. I don't have an app or anything to help me with that. I tried one, but it wasn't good for tropical weather. So I basically just put it on a graph sheet of paper and write down, what I have growing and what I'm, going to transplant in whatever time frame. But it would be nice to find an app. So if anybody knows, comment on that. Here I have some lettuce ready to be transplanted, some cabbage. These are broccoli. I've got some Brussels. I'm going to try cantaloupe. I don't do well with the melons, but we will try the cantaloupe. And I've got some more cucumber and broccoli. It looks like I have some beets as well. So my guy's coming back today, and he will start getting this ready with transplanting and adding some new soil and some new fertilizer. I don't fertilize by buying fertilizer. I use everything for my sheep and chickens. So, yeah. So that gives you the tour of Zone 2. And then we'll go into Zone 3, where I show you where my sheep go for pasture. I'm here with my sheep, and I'm leading them from Zone 2 into Zone 3, which is the pasture that I like to send them to. And I'm going to open up and send them down. Some of them know which way to go, and others, they'll soon to follow. But my Zone 3 is down here. And I had the gate open, so they should just go right on in. Of course, they gotta get a few leaves before. There they go. Heading on in where the gate is open. These little ones went the wrong way, but they'll get there. So sometimes I do have to kind of run in front of them, but they'll get a few leaves before getting into zone 3. So there they go. Couple more went on in, and the last couple ran the other way. So I'll just get them in. Did you see how I get my exercise? Running after sheep in hilly terrain. So they're calling each other, but the one that's not quite yet in with the flock is in the wrong zone. This is zone 2, and so I'm just going to see if I can push them on in to zone 3. There's another fence up here that leads into zone 4, which is the other pasture area that I like for them to be in. So they're going in the right direction now. And I know they want to be with the rest of their family. And they're just over there on that fence. And it seems like one of the babies is crying for their mom. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Couple more banana trees before you go in. I know. I love the banana leaves. Come on. Let's go. So once they're all in, I shut the gate here. And then they'll stay here for the day. Hi, I'm giving a tour of my farm, and following along, I'm now in zone 3. I just put the sheep in, and this area is one area that has more trees. It's more breezy, not as forested as my zone 5, but it is it's just a lot of brush with trees, and there is some grass. So I put my sheep in this area and I'll show you here. I like this area because it is shaded, and I eventually want to build maybe some cabins or some small housing, or just to camp out here because of the breeze. There's some wild raspberry here. It has to be cleaned up, but there's this whole bush is raspberries. Here's some raspberries. There's somewhat of a little path here that my guy made so I can walk through. It's still real rugged. So each zone is fenced. Down below there's a stream. So I could cross the stream, and then on the other side is my beehives. Most of my trees here are teak. They don't grow as well here because it's not as hot. It's more cooler being my altitude, but it's nice to have them here. I've got a lot of pine trees as well. So I see the sheep up here. They found some grass. There's a little guy. Not sure where his mommy is, but he's found something that he likes. The best thing for me about living here and wanting to be self-sufficient is how it saves me. How it saves me a lot of money, being able to grow things and take from the land and learn what I can take from the land to help improve my life. Really fascinates me. I chose this area mainly because of the climate and the resources. So some people will look more at the house or more at what they can get from as an investment standpoint. But my purpose was investing in my self-sufficiency. And what I needed was an area that had good mild weather, not too hot, not too cold, where I could grow a diverse amount of foods, and an area that would, so I don't need heat and I don't need air conditioning because it's breezy every day. So that just saves. And then I wanted a place that had really, really good organic soil that was rich and dark, so I could grow a multitude of things. More greens, because that's what I eat, and being a little bit higher altitude, they do well. They do well in a little bit cooler climate here. So that's a little bit about, why I like this area. I'm going to take you through the rest of Zone 3. We'll walk through. I will see if I can get to the beehives, and if not, we'll go around. It's really peaceful. Beyond those trees is a really nice view of the just grass, and then in the distance you can see the town and the water. So and that's beyond these trees. There's a mommy and its baby there, having a good time finding food. This is also an area where the guy that rents my other Zone 5, where he has his cows, he wants to rotate them here, but it is not as large, and I like my sheep here, but we'll see. You can see them up there. So down here is the entrance to the little creek. It's dry season now, so there might not be much water. I can barely hear the water. There's a fence on that side, and that butts up to Zone 4. Over here, as you can see, it's just a little creek right now, but in the rainy season it gets pretty high. And my guy built a little fence there so the sheep won't cross it right now. So I'm not going to cross this way, but I still consider this Zone 3 because up through those trees is where I have my beehives. This is Zone 4. Most of where it's pasture and where my sheep really love the grass here. So there they go. And they've been here all morning, and we think they're about ready to go back because they look tired, and there was a lot of sun today for them here. But they're still grazing. They're still grazing. That's what I want them to do. Okay. All right, we'll leave them. No se puede poner en mi coche.
¿Se puede?
No sé, pienso que es más grande. Pero
Ponemos las herramientas.
pone
Podemos
cosas.
poner las herramientas.
Okay.
Y dejo la carretilla acá para cuando venga a buscar hierba.
Sí.
La dejo aquí.
Okay, sí, está bien.
Sí. Bueno, allá yo la lleno y con eso me da.
So usually I would walk here, but it was lunchtime and my worker wasn't at the house at noon or 12:15. So I went to go check on him, and he said he had just finished the fence. So he's gonna put his tools here and finish whatever he needs after lunch. So again, the zone 4 is this whole area. You might be able to see the house up above those trees. See if I can move over here. You can see the house up above there. There's the roof, the red roof. And then behind that it's going to be zone 2 and 3, which I'll it's just to get your bearings. And so I consider this all zone 4. And it's again more grass and food for the sheep. So it's much better that they like to stay in this area. Okay. So let's see. Pone aquí. Think about it. Yeah. And look at the sheep. All right, so I'm gonna take them back for lunch, and we'll have lunch. We eat lunch every day from 12 to 1 all together. And so we were a little concerned that at 1:45 he wasn't here. I'm standing in front of Zone 5. Zone 5 is the area of my farm that is the most wooded. It is the largest. It is the area that I've only visited once. And I usually have my guys clean it once every month or month and a half. This is also where I rent it out to the cows. So here's a view of my Zone 5. And there's plenty of teak trees. I do see the cows in the middle down there. All the way over to those other cows, pretty much. There is a nice river in the rainy season down there, and I hear it in the rainy season, and it has. One day I'm going to venture in and walk a little more because I do have some plans in the future. I did not plant the teak trees. They were here when I moved here 5 years ago. So I basically just wanted to keep whatever is naturally growing here and then just add to it and to provide more reforestation as well. I'm not about cutting down. I'm about rebuilding the forest. So that's my Zone 5. So I just finished giving the tour for my farm, zones 1 through 5, and I hope you enjoyed that. I'm walking back to the house now. So I'm in zone 2, heading back to zone 1, and I noticed that my mom and her caregiver are walking. So I just wanted to share that. She walks twice a day, pretty much up and down a hill, and it's one of the best exercises for her with dementia, getting out in good weather and being able to walk. She used to complain about going up the hill, and now she does it. I wouldn't say somewhat with ease. So I'm very grateful that her strength is good, and again, I think the importance of routine with somebody with dementia is really important. So getting them their exercise, but keep it at a routine, and that's what I try to do. So there she goes up the hill. Great. Thanks for watching.